Hi, good day again. So, welcome to my discussion again. So, today we're going to talk about the digestive system, okay? So, introducing myself, my name is Just Christian Abaw from STEM 12E6. Okay, so first off, let's talk about what is the digestive system, okay? So, the human digestive system consists of the gastrointestinal tract plus the accessory organs of digestion wherein digestion involves the breakdown of food into smaller and smaller components until they can be absorbed and assimilated into the body. Okay, so what are the three factors affecting metabolic rate? How do they influence it? Okay, so first let's talk about metabolic rate. Okay, so what is a metabolic rate? So metabolic rate is the rate of metabolism, the amount of energy used by an animal per unit of time. So basal metabolic rate is the amount of energy used by animals at rest. So basing on the graph we have on the right side, okay? So on the y-intercept is the percentage of basal metabolic rate, and on the x-intercept is the hours following the meal. Okay, and as you can see, the highest percentage of basal metabolic rate are the proteins, while the second one is the carbohydrates, and the last one are the lipids. Okay, so what are the factors affecting metabolic rate? So we have three factors. So first factor is the temperature. So animals that maintain a constant temperature usually have the highest metabolic rate. And for the second factor is body size. So smaller animals typically require more food to maintain constant temperature since their bodies are very much more exposed to the environment relative to their body mass than larger animals do, which means that they lose heat at a much higher rate compared to the larger animals. So last factor is the physiological state. So growth and reproduction require more energy than just maintaining a body. Therefore, infants usually have higher metabolic rate than adults do, since they're still in the process of developing, right? Yeah, obvious. So let's go through the flow of food starting from the mouth up to the anus. Okay, so first it's gonna go through ingestion. So it is the consumption of a substance by an organism. So in animals, it normally is accomplished by taking in a substance through the mouth into the gastrointestinal tract, such as simple things like eating or drinking. Okay, so food passes first through the pharynx or throat, then down to the next step. So what's the next step? So propulsion. So propulsion is where food is pushed down to the stomach through the esophagus by the means of peristalsis. So what does peristalsis do? It is an involuntary action wherein muscles in the gastrointestinal tract continuously contract when food is present. Third is mechanical breakdown. So happens in the stomach and continuously in the small intestines where food is further reduced to tiny more pieces by the gastric juice. And you know, it is important to do this because the tinier the food gets means to a higher surface area, which makes it easier for chemical digestion to occur. So next is chemical breakdown. So it happens in the small intestines. Enzymes produced by the liver, gallbladder, and pancreas further break down the food into monomers that are later absorbed by the body through the blood. Okay, so the last step is excretion. It is a process by which metabolic waste is eliminated from an organism, and you know that excretion is important because it maintains the body temperature in multicellular organisms such as vertebrates. Okay, so excretion also involves like the simple to release your toxins like peeing or pooing. Okay. So what is the fate of different biomolecules once ingested, and how does the body utilize them in anabolism and catabolism? So the body utilizes them through anabolism by the means of cellular respiration. So it is a set of metabolic reactions and processes that take place in the cells of organisms to convert biochemical energy from nutrients into ATP and then release waste products. In catabolism, though, catabolism breaks down large molecules such as polysaccharides, lipids, nucleic acid, and proteins into smaller units, which means polysaccharides turn into monosaccharides, lipids into fatty acids, nucleic acids into nucleotides, and proteins into amino acids. Okay, so how does the digestive system maintain blood glucose level, and what digestive organs are involved, and what hormones are responsible? So the pancreas contains exocrine cells that secrete digestive enzymes into the small intestine and clusters of endocrine cells, which are the pancreatic islets. The islets secrete the hormones insulin and glucagon, which regulate blood glucose levels. Okay, so that's it, and hi, thank you again for listening to one of my discussions. I hope to see you soon in my next discussions, okay? Stay safe and take care always. God bless. Okay, thank you so much, and I hope you learned many things.